Hey, this is Stephen with Armed Culture, coming to you with Second Amendment news related to self-defense or the chaotic world around us. Today I have another road rage incident that seems a little more clear-cut. This one happened a few days ago, more in the beginning of November, up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It appears that the Chattanooga police were called to investigate a shooting on the highway. What marker was that? I-24. The 27-year-old man was found with life-threatening injuries near the 183rd mile marker on Tuesday afternoon. Authorities reported to the scene. He was transported to the local hospital where he unfortunately did not make it. The interstate was shut down for the time being due to the police response, but it's interesting. Let's go a little further. When a man who lives kind of off the side of the interstate, he says, "I walked outside to see the cops dragging a guy out of the red car up here, and nobody in the white truck. An ambulance pulled up, and they're doing chest compressions on a guy." He assumes the guy in the white truck. He says, and then you see some pictures here. Let's kind of get a little update here, because it's a little bit more than it meets the eye. A guy in the truck shot dead, man being pulled out by the police. According to the police, the preliminary investigation revealed the semi-truck driver had actually cut in front of the sedan, blocking the car against the concrete barrier. And the trucker got out of his vehicle and began assaulting the driver of the sedan. Let's take a look at the picture here. You can see down there, right about here, the truck is actually like turned in towards the cement barrier, and the gentleman in the sedan is actually he is pinned right behind it. You can see right there. I mean, just this alone is life-threatening to the sedan driver. I mean, he's got to stop, either hit the construction barrier or slam into a semi-truck or try to stop. And of course, we don't know the situation that led up to this. How fast were they going when the semi-truck driver cut in front of him? We just see a man. I mean, theoretically, he could probably pull around there. But you're getting stopped. It's kind of an issue. You probably want to figure out what's going on. But for whatever reason, the semi-truck driver got out of his car. That's one thing that I see in road rage situations that actually go south, is too many people actually get out of their car, which, I mean, isn't really a smart situation ever. You're getting out of your protective vehicle that can actually get you away from the scene faster than your feet could. Unless your car is broken, or you really have some extenuating circumstances to be getting out of your car, it's probably best to stay put in the car. But it's interesting, because the man in the sedan, he was initially detained. He was he was taken out of the car. But just the act of the guy cutting him off in such a, I mean, it's an interstate, so theoretically they are going speed. So it could be going, 60 plus. They could be coming to an exit, so they could be slowing down. He could also be slowing down because he sees this truck driver driving erratically. I mean, for all we know, the guy in the red car could have been doing something. But, I mean, you're in a giant semi-truck. What is a guy in a little sedan going to do to your car? Is at least oftentimes that I hear, other than property damage. Of course, he could hit the car and derail the truck, but theoretically that stuff's all insured, and it's really going to be hurting the guy in the sedan. But the semi truck here has pinned the sedan from being able to continue on the path that he theoretically was already going on, and he's got to then kind of juke around the truck last minute to get away. He is in some ways pinned. I mean, theoretically, traffic could be coming by him to the point where he can't actually merge back out into traffic. So theoretically, he is kind of pinned. And then this truck driver, he gets out of the vehicle and begins to assault the driver in the sedan. Just crazy stuff. But that's when the sedan driver struck back. He pulled his weapon out and shot the truck driver, and then immediately called 911. He stayed on the scene and was there when the cops arrived. Of course, he was detained, but he was there to be able to give his side of the story, at least. And ostensibly, he also is the one that reported it. Though I have heard other theories saying that somebody should have somebody else report it. But if they're on the side of a highway, theoretically, bystanders or third parties are not necessarily slim, but I mean, they got to slow down from 60 miles per hour or something. And they just saw it out of the side of their eye. This one's, I mean, it's in my opinion, from what I'm seeing at it, a little bit more clear cut. I mean, let's see. He was blocked against the barrier. He couldn't drive around, and a man is beating him. I mean, theoretically, the guy had to get out of his semi-truck and get to the man, so he had time to possibly get away. But again, you have that oncoming traffic that's probably pinning him against that barrier as well. It's great that he stayed at the scene and that he claimed self-defense. He also reported the incident, so he didn't, unlike some other situations that I've seen with road rage where the person just leaves for some weird reason. I could see maybe removing yourself from the immediate situation where you might have threat, but like the robber situation the other day where he was behind the hotel and placed the phone call. But this man, he clearly knew the guy was at least no longer a threat, and then called the cops to make sure that either aid was brought there as best as possible or an officer was there to report what may have happened. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. Get down in the comments below. Let me know, let me know what your thoughts are on this particular self-defense. It's being investigated as a self-defense homicide on that I-24 East. Again, that was Chattanooga, Tennessee, over on November 6th, if you want to look a little more into it. Let me know if you thought this was a good shoot, a bad shoot. Smash that like button. Let me know if you have any questions. And again, my name's Steven with Armed Culture, bringing you news related to self-defense and the violent world around us. I'll talk to you soon.